Duncan.
Andy,
Here we are again for PastorChef. Welcome everyone today. Mate, what are we going to cook today?
Today we are cooking a wonderful dish that you can enjoy with the whole family, a Big Brekky.
Breakfast! Yes.
But guess what?
What?
With a little bit of a twist, as always. So as always, Andy, on PastorChef, we're going to cook a beautiful dish. We're always going to have a conversation about something. What are we talking about today?
Good cooking, good conversation.
Yep.
Today we want to talk about aroma, and it's so much to do with cooking. The smell has so much power in the experience of cooking. So we're going to talk about smells today. Good ones.
Good smells.
All right, where do we start, mate?
Okay, so we're going to start with our Big Brekky. We're going to cook some scrambled eggs. I think everyone loves scrambled eggs, and it's good to know how to cook them properly.
Yeah.
So, and if you want to crack those eggs, actually, why don't you do two, and I'll do two.
Oh, just so you can show me up, isn't it?
Not at all.
You do the first one.
Okay, so we do that.
I would have done it on the edge. Okay.
However you like. Get on the side of the egg, that's it.
There
Nice.
we go.
There we go. So we're going to start with 4 eggs in there.
You don't have to do it one-handed.
No, not at all. You can do it however you like, guys. However, whatever feels comfortable.
It's good.
A little crack of salt and a little crack of pepper.
Beautiful.
And Andy, with scrambled eggs, unlike an omelette, we don't want to scramble it too much. We only want to break it up a little bit.
Right.
Because you want the scrambled eggs to represent eggs. You want to see a bit of yolk and a bit of white. So we're going to use a fork only and just give it a couple of beats. Just make sure the eggs do break.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm poking them.
That's it. That's enough.
That's enough?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
enough. And then we're going to put in some cream.
Yep.
Maybe about 1/4 of the recipe would be cream.
Okay.
Yep. And give that a gentle stir. That's it. And then some chopped parsley.
Keep stirring.
And that's all we need to do.
Wow.
To make our mixture.
I have always over-scrambled my eggs
Have
based
you?
on this. Yep.
So with an omelette, you definitely want it to be really well bound so that the omelette's nice and smooth. But the scrambled eggs literally needs to represent that.
Great. Love a few eggs in the morning. So this is a good Saturday morning, maybe, and you'll get to the twist, but Saturday morning, weekend breakfast, go for it.
Scrambled eggs are my favourite. They're my absolute number one.
Mm.
So we've just got a non-stick pan here. We're just going to put in some butter. So I've got about 20 grams of butter in there. If you like more butter, you could put double the amount.
Yep.
Completely up to you.
Great.
Now this is the other thing with scrambled eggs. We put them into the pan while it's cold.
Right. Okay.
So we can put the eggs in there right now while the pan's heating up. And you can use the blue scraper just to scrape out all of the egg.
Yep.
Yep. That's it. I'll take that for you.
Thank you.
And now all we need to do is slowly cook these eggs. And what we do is we let it set and then we just drag it in from the outside in.
So don't touch it anymore, Andy, is what you're saying.
Not too much, but like as it's starting to form, you just pull it in.
Yep.
And you pull it in.
Yep.
And then you let the soft egg keep on floating back into that bit that's empty. That's it.
So just gently.
Just dragging it in, and the butter will melt slowly into there as well.
So this is something, again, and we like to try and include kids in the cooking.
Yep.
Certainly something kids could do with you as well.
Oh, absolutely. I love getting the kids involved. They learn something, you spend time with them, you can have a laugh, maybe make a mistake. But when you see your kids perfect something, there's nothing better than that when they can cook for themselves. That's it. So we'll just keep dragging that in, mate. Yep. And keep going all the way around. So you can see there that you can still see some white, some yolk. That's it.
Already, mate, is smelling good.
Is this how you would cook scrambled eggs at home?
No, this is never the way I've cooked scrambled eggs at home.
Okay, and how's it feeling?
It's smelling and looking much better than when I do it at home.
Isn't it important, that beautiful smell when you're eating?
Yeah, totally. And so tell me about smell. I mean, you are a chef. And how about the impact that smell has on the cooking that you do for people? Yeah,
absolutely. You always see a chef do this and just drag the aroma into their nose so that they can smell it. 30% of your taste is actually in your nose. So when you're smelling something, your brain's already recognising, this is a good taste. So you can see there, Andy, believe it or not, we're going to stop now.
Okay.
So I'm just going to take it off the heat. So you can see here that there's still a little bit of soft egg in the centre and a little bit of shiny egg in the centre. But the good thing about stopping now when it's still a little bit shiny, you put that onto your toast And as it cools down, it binds back together, and that's the scrambled eggs that you can cut on your toast, and it doesn't
It
fall
looks
off.
really good.
Yeah. So we can just grab that black plate there.
Yep.
And I'll just tip that onto there. And we'll let that cool down on the plate, ready for serving. And that's our scrambled eggs done.
Beautiful.
Now we need to do is clean this pan, and we'll get going with the next part of the Big Brekky.
We'll be back in a second.
We've got a clean pan ready to start the next part of our Big Brekky. Now, Andy,
Yes.
when you have a Big Brekky, what would you put in it?
First thing I think of is give me some bacon, Dunk.
Some bacon.
Yeah, give me some bacon.
And maybe some spinach,
Maybe?
tomato, avocado, mushrooms. Okay, so
If you like them.
for Andy, a big breakfast is bacon. So what I'll get you to do, mate, is to start cutting the bacon. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to cook everything together. Quite often, when we cook a Big Brekky, we cook the mushrooms separate, the spinach separate, and we build it on the plate. I'm just going to make it simple and throw it all in the pan. So I'm going to start with the mushrooms.
Now I'm just long stripping this bacon here. Is that good?
Absolutely perfect, mate.
Beautiful.
Just thin strips, so easy to plate up, easy to eat. I'm going to put the spinach in with the mushrooms, and that's going to wilt down. And then we can throw that beautiful bacon in. All right,
There we go.
that can all go in, mate.
Now I don't need to break that down. I can just throw it all in. It'll break
Yeah.
down in there.
Yep, not a problem at all.
Excellent. Good?
Excellent, mate.
Smelling good already.
Smells good. Actually, you're talking before about aroma.
Yeah.
Now, we know about the smell of food, but what do you mean the aroma for God, the smell that
it's
God
interesting.
likes?
So it actually talks about aroma in the Bible a little bit.
Right.
And especially when we come to the book of Leviticus. And back in the Old Testament, they offered sacrifices to God. And it's explained that the smell of those was a pleasing aroma to God. Not because of what the smell actually was, but what it represented. And if we take that forward to today and the way we live as Christians, it really represents the prayers of us to God. And they can be a sweet smelling aroma to God. And when you think about walking into a room, smell has power.
Right.
If you've been to the gym and you walk into a room,
Yep.
what's the experience that people have?
It's like, nah,
It's not that good,
it's
is it?
not that nice.
So have a shower, come back smelling really good, and there's a pleasant aroma that comes to people. And so
Totally.
it has power over the experience that we have.
Right.
And just the same, and I know I try and practice this all the time. When I come to God and I'm praying, I want to come, first of all, with thanksgiving. I want to come with a pleasing aroma to God of thanksgiving. And that's a really important part, which will bring us to the verse of the day today, which comes from 1 Thessalonians 5:18. And it says, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you." And so again, really important, when we come to God and when we pray, let's come with thanksgiving, being a pleasing aroma to Him. Smells good to God, and it's a great start for us as well.
Amazing. I think I've never thought of it that way. I can just almost imagine God up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. That's so pleasing. I love that. And that is what we're offering to God, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're offering something beautiful to God rather than sort of making that bad smell. That you
It's
talk about.
it's straight off the bat when we
Yeah.
come and when we have communication with God, giving a great aroma of thanksgiving and praise to Him.
Yeah, right.
Is a really great way to start.
And mental note, I've got to shower after the gym.
That's exactly right, Dunk. That's for everyone out there too.
Okay.
This is looking good, mate.
Speaking of smell, how does that smell?
It's smelling really good.
And that's because of the
bacon.
bacon.
Yes.
Okay, so that's done. You can see that everything's cooked together. Just simply sauteed off with some olive oil and salt and pepper. And then we're going to turn that off. And then we're going to build our Big Brekky.
All right, we're back. That's smelling really good, Dunk. What's next?
Absolutely. So now we've got that beautiful colour in all the ingredients. Well, time for that twist.
Yes, good.
So what I've got here is some simple Mexican spice. So we're just going to give it that Mexican flavour.
Ooh, that's a good twist.
Yeah, and it's going to be beautiful, that smell that comes out of there. As you
Nice.
said before, aroma. You smell that?
Yeah, it's really good.
So good.
So is this just, did you make this spice mix?
No, not at all. I just used basically a taco kit. So
Great.
yeah.
Great.
And that is our twist. Today, we're making a Big Brekky Taco.
Big Brekky Taco.
So-
I have never had one of these before in my life. Thank
Neither
you
have
very
I.
much.
You want
one?
two?
Yeah, give me two.
Cool. So we'll turn that off. Now all the beautiful spices come out.
Yeah, beautiful.
So now we just have to build it, mate. So I would start with that scrambled egg.
Yep.
Place the scrambled egg in the bottom of the taco, but you don't have to.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you, sir.
One bit of egg. So
See-
that egg that we made before, it's just
Yep.
sitting up so beautifully.
Yeah, so you can see by taking it off early, it's easy to cut, it holds its shape, and it doesn't roll away like little marbles off the plate, which is good.
Yeah.
And then we can take some of that mixture, the bacon, mushroom and spinach, on top, like that. There we go.
Beautiful.
And in all good taco style, a bit of cheese. Do you eat cheese?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I eat bacon more.
Let me do the cheese for you
Thank
there,
you,
mate.
thank
Look at
you.
that. And quite often, I know my kids, whenever they have a big breakfast, they like some barbecue sauce or tomato sauce.
Got to the sauces.
Because we're doing the taco thing, we're just going to use some of the salsa
Yes.
that came with that Mexican kit from the supermarket.
This feels like a really strange thing, combining these two things.
Yeah.
But it smells and looks so good. I think it's going to make
Smells so
sense.
Okay, and then the last thing for me here, some avocado. So the avocado and tomato from your big breakfast in the form of a salsa. Would you like some?
I am happy with all of this, but I draw the line at avocado. Not an avocado man. Sorry about that, Duncan. So I'm sorry. I apologise to everyone out there.
It's
You might get me there through this process, but not today.
You've got
No,
to
not today.
do what feels right. So there we have it. Look at that, a fantastic big breakfast taco.
Yours looks better than mine. But hey, let's get into it. Come
Okay, only on PastorChef.
on. Yum.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, really good, mate.
It's actually really, really good.
Well, I can't even talk. Thanks for joining us on PastorChef. Give this a try. Let us know how you go in the comments or send us an email. And we would love to see you in the next one.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.